Hello, I'm Miss Cora with the Weyburn and Estevan Public Library, and welcome to our kite making program. So the supplies that you will need today is a piece of paper that is about 36 inches long and about 36 inches wide. You'll need some string, some kite string, glue stick or tape, or you can use both, and I will probably use a little bit of both just so we'll know that our kite will stay secure. And a ruler. And you will also need some scissors. So if you haven't already, you can pick up a kite, take and make kite kit at the library. Just call to see if there is one still available. And now let's get started. So the first thing you'll want to do is to decorate your kite. So decorate your paper, and as you see, I have done that already. And you can use markers, crayons, watercolor paints, anything you'd like to decorate. You could even put some stickers on if you'd like, and then you can just let it sit to dry if it needs to. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it to the side, and we will make our frame. So the other important supplies that you will need are 2 wooden dowel rods, one about 24 inches long and the other about 32 inches long, and it's about 1/4 inch thick. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do with your dowel rods is you want to measure about approximately 10 inches down your 32-inch rod, and you might want to mark it with a pencil just so you have an idea. Okay, and then you want to find the middle of your 24-inch rod, which is about 12 inches. Okay, once you have found your measurements, you want to make cross with your 2 dowel rods. So match your in the middle there, and then you're going to take some string, and you want to try to make it as tight as you can. This is where it's going to be a little tricky at first to kind of keep it in line here. So you'll want to wrap it around, and you want to kind of make like an X with your string. I'll show you what I mean here in a minute. So you want to crosswise and maybe go underneath and over. You want to try to get it as tight as possible without it moving. Mine wants to keep moving quite a bit here. And then you'll want to make a knot to tie it, and so it won't come loose. If you would like to make it more secure, you can use a hot glue gun if you have one on hand to secure your string or your knot. All right, oops. So now you have your cross here. Hopefully I've got it, might have moved a little bit here. Okay. And you'll just want to kind of wrap it around a little bit, go crosswise, just enough to secure it and make it tight. It wants to go a little crooked, but I think once we get our other part going, it should stay. So I've got a little bit of excess string here. I'm just going to cut. Okay. All right. And then so now we want to work on our frame. So you want to kind of keep your string intact, attached to your handle here. And just at the bottom, you can tie your string to your dowel rod at the bottom there. And then just tie it here. Then you want to, here if you want, you can glue a little bit of hot glue on the end if you don't want your thing to move very well on you. And just wrap your string, I'll move it a little closer. You're going to wrap your string a few times around. And you can even make a knot. This is where it could get a little tricky here. To make it so it stays secure. Once we've got it all intact, we will maybe put a little bit of tape on it, and that will help secure it as well. So we know that it won't slide off the end. Okay, so then now you're going to bring it to the other end of your rod here. You want to make sure it kind of keeps its shape. Mine wants to keep moving a little bit here, so I'm gonna You want to try and have your string as tight as you can. Because you want it to stay intact while you're flying it. Okay, so you'll want to wrap your string all the way around to make a diamond shape for a kite. And as I said earlier, you'll want to make sure it's as tight as you can get it. And then now our next step is to attach it to our paper, our base of our kite. Once you are ready to attach your frame to your base, to your paper there, you'll want to cut out the outline of the diamond shape as I have done here. So you'll want to leave about 2 to 3 inches from the string to the outside of the paper. And then now what we're going to do is we're going to tape the ends over like this. We'll tape each end over. We're going to tape the ends together first. So now your ends should look like that. Have your corners taped together. Now what we're going to do is we're going to fold over our sides and tape it over. Now to make it more secure, if you would like, you can put some glue on the edge here and then fold over the string and then tape shut to secure. I am going to put a little bit of glue stick, just so I know that it will hopefully stay a little bit more secure. You want to get it over that string there. And now I am going to put some tape over it. The packaging tape will work good, or of course duct tape. Duct tape works for everything, almost everything. Okay, now I'm going to keep on. So that's one end I have done. Do you see that there? Now I am going to work on my other ends. Okay, so now you should have all of your sides secure. And as you see, I used glue stick, and I've also reinforced with tape. And now this is where it could get a little tricky. You're going to put a little bit of tape right underneath here, kind of in the middle of your rod here, and even about in the middle of this part as well. You're going to put it on the inside and on the outside. This is because we're going to put a slit here. This is where we're going to put our tape, or our string for our bridle. And so this way with the tape it will secure it a little bit more once we put we're going to put a hole, a little slit in there. So why don't we go ahead and do that now. We're going to put a little bit of tape. This will hopefully help so our paper will not rip on us. Okay, so now I'm going to put a little slit into where we about the middle of this rod in the top, so about in here, and then a slit about in the middle of this rod as well. And we're going to create a bridle. This will help support our kite when we're trying to fly it. So I'm just going to use, you can use scissors, you can use an X-Acto knife, anything sharp to put a hole in it. You just want to be careful so you don't get your fingers. Okay, the other slit here. Okay, now you want to take your string and slit it through the hole, and then you want to tie it around the rod here. So you want to put your string through the slit, and then you want to tie your string around the rod here, your dowel rod. You want to probably wrap it around a few times. Okay, and then now we're going to do the next one. Now you want enough slack here for your bridle. So you don't want it real tight. You want enough slack so when you do fly your kite, then you'll be able to get enough, you have enough string to go by here. Okay, once you have it secure, once you have it tied, I would put some tape on it just to make sure the string doesn't come undone. Okay, so now you've got, so you can see where I've secured it and tied it, and now you have your bridle. So now you're going to attach your string. If I can find it here. You want to attach it to the bridle here. Takes me a bit to tie it here. Now, what you also can do, and I forgot to mention this at the beginning, if you did pick up a take and make kit, in your kit you will also find some ribbon. And I am going to grab some here. You want to kind of make it fairly long. Probably a good 5 to 7 feet. And I would do about 4 different ribbons. You can even use fabric if you'd like. Okay, so now if you have your ribbons, just tie the end. Yours probably will already be tied at the end there. Just so it doesn't come undone. Okay, and then I'm going to just tape it to the back here. Okay, so now I'll stand up here. You've got your kite, and you've got your ribbon, and now you're ready to go fly it. So why don't we go try it out? I'd love to see how your kite has turned out. So send a picture or a video of it flying out in outside. Just remember when you're flying a kite to not fly it near any power lines or any trees. We don't want any accidents or anyone injured while you're flying your kite. So there you go. Yes, thank you for joining me today. Hope you've enjoyed making your kite, and I will see you next time.